Hello everybody, welcome to Continental Update. If we don't tell our stories around Africa, who will? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you watch the video as we update you histories and stories around Africa and the world. Today we are here to talk about Mauritius. Yes, what was Mauritius called before? French map from 1791 depicting Mauritius, then called Isle de France, abandoned by the Dutch. The island became a French colony in September 1715. When Guillaume d'Asnau landed and took possession of this port on the route to India, he named the island Isle de France. In the Alberto Catino's map of 1502, the Arab name of Mauritius Island appeared as Dina Arobi, abandoned island. Historians claim that the Arabs communicated this name to the Portuguese, and based on this fact, they concluded that the former had already discovered Mauritius by that time. It is believed that the Arabs were the first to discover Mauritius back in the 9th century AD. They named the island Dina Arobi. From that point to when the Portuguese arrived at the beginning of the 16th century, the island was only known by pirates and buccaneers who spent their time out in the Indian Ocean. In fact, records state that the Portuguese said the island was uninhabited when they arrived. The first actual attempt at settlement came in the form of the Dutch. The Dutch arrived in 1638 and named the island Prince Maurice de Nassau, despite two attempts at the colonization from 1638 to 1657 and again in 1664 to 1710. The Dutch were unsuccessful and eventually left the island to pirates. The French East Indian Company laid claim to Mauritius in 1715, renaming it Isle de France, and began to expand the sugar trade. Slaves were brought from East Africa and from Madagascar to work on the plantations. In 1721, Governor Bertrand founded Port Louis, which would become the capital. The island quickly became a prosperous colony because of its location in the Indian Ocean, which allowed it to be a port of call when traveling from Europe to the Far East around the Cape of Good Hope. Things began to change at the beginning of the 17th century when Mauritius was captured by the British in 1810. 4 years later, British possession was solidified with the Treaty of Paris, which ensured that certain French aspects of life were to be maintained. To this day, French is spoken more than English. The British changed the name of the island back to Mauritius. In 1835, the British abolished slavery, and as a result, the newly freed slaves refused to work on sugar plantations. To accommodate the need for workers, indentured laborers from India were brought over. It is estimated that between 1835 and the First World War, approximately 500,000 laborers were brought to Mauritius. The independence movement really started to gain traction in 1961 and was finally gained in 1968. Sir Ramgoolam became the first prime minister. Ramgoolam was awarded the United Nations Prize for the Defense of Human Rights in 1973 for his handling of ethnic tensions between Muslims and Creoles on the island. By 1991, the constitution was amended to make Mauritius a republic within British Commonwealth, which came into effect 1992. Since independence, Mauritius has become a true African success story by maintaining a stable democracy and its commitment to human rights. The past 30 years have witnessed significant growth in the economy, from being fueled by agriculture, becoming much more diversified. This expansion is part due to the development of luxury tourism today. This island nation is a popular destination for tourists looking for more than the average tropical island, originally seen as a stopover on the route to Africa. Fact about Mauritius: it was first discovered by Arab and Malay sailors. The country of Mauritius is more than one island.